we might have found a way to work together.
You have?
In exchange for immediate release of your husband.
Oh, officer, I'll do anything.
You're to prove your party loyalty by reporting on any ruthless cosmopolitan activities, any anti-Soviet sentiments, and particularly Mrs. Liberman, any Zionist sympathies.
Zionist sympathies.
Particularly Mrs. Liberman, you are to keep a close eye on the Lagan family.
The Lagans?
Whose American origin makes them particularly suspicious. Your daughter is newsreader. I'm sure you've been following news. America is our biggest threat, and Americans also. I want you to report to my office, first day every month, 2,000-word report. And Mrs. Liberman, every report by our informants is cross-checked against those of others. If you conceal any information that later comes to light, not only you, but your daughter Sophia could end up in prison. So my advice to you, to be honest. Congratulations, Mrs. Liberman. Things are certainly looking up.
And so I'm left with little choice. How to be true to my integrity. How do my best endure this trial. It all shall pass in just a little while. I rest assured I have the best interests at heart. I'll try in the meantime not to fall apart.
Sophia arrives at the Levins and is greeted by David pacing the floor.
Sophia, I have news to tell you. Please sit down.
What do you have to tell me to calm down?
I've decided we are leaving we're rubbish and we are needed elsewhere to support the Holy Land.
You must be made to follow as you
train now approaching platform 2 is the delayed 1809 service, calling all stations to Khabarovsk.
At the train station, Mirele and a small crowd are awaiting the arrival of a train, which duly pulls into and out of the station. Darkness. Mirele is the only person left on the platform.
Do you want me with all these bruises? Can you really shoulder the burden? My heart's in the palm of your hand. Here I'm standing naked before you. All my deepest secrets wide open. My heart's in the palm of your hand. Are you quite brave enough to accept the myriad of challenges? Are you quite brave enough to accept that I'm not who I used to be? As you can see, though scared and still bruised, I battle on through. Once again, a whole new beginning. Once again, I'm wiping the slate clean. My heart's in the palm of your hand. My heart's in the palm of your hand.
Afraid to ask questions, afraid of the answers.
This place is a failure, from what I so far have seen. We were impassioned so strongly, with mankind to save. It pains me to learn that our hopes were in vain.
But none of it matters now you're here beside me. For so long I have been desperate for this day.
At home, with the reunited Liberman family.
Blessed is he, in Kornigata, Shirata, beyond any blessings or songs, Tushnikata, Nechemata, Di Amiran Fenru, or praise or consolation which are uttered in the world.
Father, we're out of turnips. Would you prefer potatoes or parsnips with dinner?
Both!
Both, as they were not millionaires.
Where is it written? Besides, potatoes and parsnips don't cost the earth. They both grow out of the ground.
I'd love to give you both, Papa. I really would, but then we'd have neither to eat tomorrow.
Oh, well, parsnips then, I suppose. Or whichever you decide, Sophia. If one day, please God, you are blessed with children of your own, given a choice, I do not want you to raise them here, having always to decide between one hardship and another.
You're not the only one who wants to leave. You have every right to feel bitter, Father, but...
Nothing! Your sacred Communist Party is nothing but a collection of mortals, Sophia. Human men who, as such, are bound to make mistakes. You think it wasn't a mistake that I was thrown into prison? You think that that couldn't happen again? Even to you? Listen to me when I talk to you. I am a father, I know. The only one that you can truly trust is God. But nothing. I do not consider this a matter for debate, Sophia.
For the sake of my family,
say.
I only managed to rustle up 3 copies of order of service, so I hope you don't mind.
We're going to have to share, quite all right. As it's been a long time since I've done it, I would like to lead tonight's service in Hebrew.
Mirele is clearly displeased at this suggestion and leaves the table to prepare more food, frustratedly banging pots and pans in the kitchen.
Yes, it'll be good practice.
What for?
Oh, nothing. I just haven't spoken it since I was a young boy. That's all.
The shaman freed the bones, and astrologers tossed the spine. And as was left home, you bring a language you don't understand to a God who is vengeful, a God who is cruel. If you rather than erase the shamelessly imaginary, why can't you face the truth? All the matter, it wasn't God's love that released you, either it was mine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam.
Mirele is observing the scene at the table from some distance in the kitchen.
When you feel that rush, and it catches in your throat, and you take in a breath, almost stabbing your heart. The pain, it never ends, it just beats impulsively. I wouldn't recommend holding it in. Let it all begin. Let's tomorrow begin. Let it start as it did. Die the way you carry on. Although I often feel sad, at least I feel something, reminding me that I'm in the land of the living. If that is not the essence of being alive, then I have no desire in me left to survive. I'm not crying selfish tears, they're so profound and deep. The sadness caught inside of me tends to leak a bit. A black pearl that I cultivate for the best part hidden from you. Not a gift I want to share with you. Crying tears in darling fears, wondering what's the tragedy. Did I not get what I wanted? I'm living as I need. Although I often feel sad, at least I feel something, reminding me that I'm in the land of the living. If that is not the essence of being alive, then I have no desire in me left to
Page 193, a toast, each to express our redemption.
And I will take you out of suffering and deliver you from bondage.
God will deliver you with an outstretched arm and with great judgments.
taking myself as a nation.
And I will bring you to the land.
Next year, it says here in Jerusalem.
Or somewhere else in Palestine. Here's to kicking the British out.
David!
Marx, Kafka, Freud, some of the world's greatest minds are Jewish. Imagine a country full of such great minds, a glorious nation of equality and peace. Israel will flourish as the one true Jewish state. The palm trees and sand dunes all beckon, they welcome us. The fragrant as if they could warm, we share the air of our ancestry. We'd be home at last, a real home at last.
David, it's dangerous to talk of such things.
Well, I know myself.
Day of socialist utopia was a lovely idea. In theory, on paper, in the minds of the wishful. There is now another choice. There wasn't when we first came.
I've had enough of starry-eyed idealists who want to reorder the world. Enough of utopias!
Mirele goes towards the door to open it for the prophet, as is the custom on Passover. Before she arrives, there is a sudden loud knocking on the door.
Perhaps the prophet Elijah come to pay us a visit.
Mirele, is there anything the matter?
No,
Terrified, she looks through a crack in the door.
strange. There's nobody there.
The town square. Feigning casualness, Oscar and Mirele, side by side, pretend to read the latest party proclamations affixed to the town hall, now graced by glossy posters of first-generation Soviet jet fighters.
Be always aware and on constant vigil. Untrustworthy cosmopolitan elements seek to undermine the USSR from within.
How do we get our children out of this godforsaken country? That's the question.
Whatever do you mean?
We tried our best, Mirele. But I do not want my children languishing in the Soviet Union for the rest of their lives, rotting.
You keep your head low and do as you're told. That's what counts in life, doesn't it? To protect your children and your loved ones.
Mirele, I'm not stupid. I know you've been informing on me and my family. That knock on the door just then, that was only them telling you that our Hebrew language Seder and all of our shikaduk conversation was being monitored. Oh, you know, Mirele, I am so fed up with the Soviet Union, and I'm quite willing to tell the world the reason why.
Oscar!
And you can tell the authorities, and I will tell them that myself to their faces.
Have you gone out of your mind?
Mirele, your informing on me will give safety to you and the ones we love. I have a plan.
This is outrageous. This is outrageous!
My loss of paper is my policy. My call from the grace is cautioned by an acute awareness of reality.
This changes everything and scares me to
officials arrive at the Levin household.
Comrades, why don't y'all come on in?
Comrade Levin, it has come to our attention that you suddenly have become politically unreliable.
Is that so?
Slightly mad, in fact. Do you really want to defend whole of USSR? You, international face of Trippini. Do you want to spend the rest of life in Finlay?
Certainly not. I'm too soft and spoiled for that.
I wouldn't expect to be leaving Russia, that's out of the question.
You can't blame a man for trying. I'm sure you'd do the same thing if you were in my shoes.
I'm not wearing shoes, Colm. I'm wearing army boots. The same boots that I wore when I fought myself to the heart of Berlin while you were here, safely in Birobidzhan. Comrade Levin.
Well now, the shoe, as it were, is on the other foot. However pleasant this may be, gentlemen, I think we should get down to business. I have a deal for you.
You shoes, it's always a deal.
In light of the Soviet Union's recent change of heart regarding establishing a Jewish state in the land of Israel, I, in exchange for exit visas for my family and myself, will allow you to stage my death. You may have a grand funeral, a procession if you so desire. My family and I shall leave the country, and you will never hear of the Levins or of my dangerous opinions ever again. You must also allow exit visas to the Liberman family, should they so desire it.
A very interesting proposal, comrade. So, if you think we can trust your word, after what was reported to us by the very same comrade you wish to aid in leaving, then you are to do it. Let me tell you what will actually happen. We will. And I wish to stress, this is very difficult for us, but we will arrange for exit visas for your two children. They will be on my desk first thing in the morning.
Don't forget the Libermans.
Yes. Comrade, we will, however, not fake your death. You are to make yourself scarce, Comrade Levin. Very, very scarce. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Can we at least trust you to do that, comrade? Because rest assured, if we cannot trust you to do it yourself, the outcome will be same anyhow. And your children will remain right here in Birobidzhan. Or worse. Good day, comrade.
And so I left. I have no one, my content. So by fire I shall be tried. I pledge my sacrifice is for the greater good. I tell myself I have the best interest at heart. Try in the meantime not to fall apart. Amos, darling, I have a wonderful surprise for you.
At the office of the State Resettlement Committee, you'll find exit visas for you both, and also for Sophia and her parents. You must collect these immediately and leave straight away. Don't ask any questions. Take with you what you need, and get to Tel Aviv as soon as you can. Register your arrival with the authorities, and I'll make sure I find you. You may use all of the money I've hidden in the house. You know where it is. I've had to leave urgently on business, but I will join you then, so please don't worry.
I love you and always want what's best for you. I know we'll meet again, at which point we'll meet. Please keep me in your prayers, and for the war to cease.
lined out to give their farewells to the Levin and Liberman families.
Well, you don't look happy at all. I thought you'd be delighted to leave.
I'm truly happy, I really am. It came out of the blue. I haven't had much time to say goodbye, which I'd like to do. I'm truly happy, but between just you and me, I'm slightly apprehensive. This will not be easy. I've just so much on my mind. What's as easy to find? Someone worked hard to pull strings. That comes with sacrifice.
For aspirations and a strong sense of adventure.